know we said I wasn't waking up at 6 a.m. anymore, but here we are.
A big question that I was confused about for the longest time, and a lot of you guys have asked me as well, is how do you glorify God with your health and fitness? Because when you think of the gym, be honest, Jesus is not the first thing that comes to mind. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, whether you eat, drink, whatever you do it all for the glory of God. But I think it's so hard to really figure out what that looks like practically. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I try and put God first in my health and fitness. Obviously, I'm not perfect, only Jesus was perfect, but there are some things that I do specifically to keep him at the center. This is all part of our Holy Glow Up series, where we're looking in to become more and more like the Proverbs 31 woman, which is basically the it girl of the Bible. However, we have some stakes on the line because by the end of today, I have to have completed 4 different challenges, all of which are designed to help you better your health. Number 1, by the end of today, I must have drunk at least 3 to 4 liters of water. Number 2, I must hit my protein goal, which is 180 grams. Number 3, I need to eat my 5 a day, so getting 5 different fruits and veggies. And number 4, I've got to do at least 3 different activities to give you some inspiration of how you can get out and get active this week. It's going to be a busy day. So subscribe, we're really looking with this glow up, and without further ado, let's get it.
Another thing I've been getting back into recently and absolutely loving is making my own sourdough. I did used to make it quite a lot, but I've not had that much time recently. But I think this is something that the Proverbs 31 women would do as well. So what I usually do is prepare the starter the night before. So you feed it, you leave it out on the side, and then let it sit. But I forgot to do it last night, so I just did it this morning. We need to give it some time to do its thing, so I'll show you how to make the full sourdough throughout this video, which is so exciting! You know those days where you just feel so ready to get in the gym and go smash a workout? This was one of those days, and I think doing this glow up has really helped give me a little bit of a boost in terms of motivation for the gym, so yeah. It's just been so good. But one thing that I want to make really clear is that we can't be relying on motivation. Like, I know it might be easy to look at all my content and think, oh, she's always super motivated. She's always at the gym. She's always on track with her nutrition. But in reality, there are times where I don't feel motivated. I don't want to hit the gym, but I show up anyway. And that can end up being quite a lot of your fitness journey. It's not as glamorous as a lot of the really aesthetic fitness influencers make it out to be online. But what's really helped me stay so consistent over the last 4 years of working out and like across the entire course of my fitness journey is learning how to glorify God with my workouts and not doing it solely for me or for what I can get out of it, but doing it in a way that glorifies him. So the first thing that I always like to do is start by surrendering that workout to God. So I'll just say like a quick little prayer saying, Lord Jesus, this workout is yours, and beginning each session by giving it to God can really help focus our minds on him from the get-go. And it also reminded me of Proverbs 16 verse 3, which says, commit to the Lord whatever you do and he will establish your plans. Also on those low motivation days, if I'm feeling weak or I don't have the strength for that workout, I'll just ask God for the strength. And I kid you not, every single time I've done that, I have felt so much stronger in that workout than I thought I would going in. There are days where I'm in a bit of a rush and I forget to pray before my workouts, and I can notice the difference. Like, I'll get to near the end and be like, why wasn't this workout as good as it usually is? And then I'll be like, oh, I didn't pray. And it just goes to show God is so good. He's so faithful and he really does answer our prayers. Philippians 4 verse 8 encourages us to intentionally focus on what is good, what is lovely, and think about those things. And one thing that helps me do that in the gym is listening to worship music. So you're focusing your mind on Jesus, on what he's done for us, and music is really, it's so powerful, and I don't think a lot of people realize how powerful it can be. Because I mean, think about it, if you go to the shops and you're just hearing a little bit of background music, you don't really think about it too much, but then later in the day, somehow randomly, you're just humming that song. The lyrics sink in more than we know, so if we're filling our heads with what is good, what is glorifying to God, then that is going to be automatically what our mind goes to and what we think about in the random moments of the day.
I want to try the sports watcher. I've not tried it before, so I'm going to see if I can actually get it.
I also think glorifying God in the gym and with our health in general requires us to check our motives quite often, because we can get ahead of ourselves sometimes. We need to be shifting our focus from vanity to stewardship, so viewing our body as a temple of the Holy Spirit, like we read in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19. And we can use exercise and the way that we fuel our bodies to build strength, discipline and energy so that we can better serve the people around us. When I'm training, I tend to lock in really hard. Like, I'll just be focused on the workout, getting to the next exercise and just getting everything done. And one thing I'm trying to work on at the moment is being more of a welcoming presence in the gym. Actions often speak louder than words, and even a smile can go such a long way in making someone else feel more comfortable and welcome in the gym. I'm usually good at smiling at people, but actually going up and talking to people I still find really hard to do because I don't want to be interrupting them, I don't want to get in their way, and yeah, that's just something that I'm trying to work through at the moment. Then as you're wrapping up your workout, I find it really helpful to just end with gratitude. So thanking God for giving us the ability to move our bodies, thanking him for the workout and for being on the journey with you, because he's on that journey every step of the way. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 reminds us to give thanks in all circumstances. So working out or eating healthy is more than just exercise or looking after your body. It can be an amazing form of worship too. It is crazy how much you can get done before 10 a.m. I mean, it's like 9:51 and we've already had breakfast, done our daily devotional, been to the gym, and now it's time to refuel. However, fueling is going to be extremely important today because we've got quite a few different activities to get through, which you will see in a bit. But before I do that, I've got to get changed. So, ka-chow! I wish it was that efficient in real life. All of the outfits in today's video are from Gymshark. I am wearing the interval seamless leggings. I think this is the Apex long sleeve top. I really love this combination. And then underneath we've got some of the new Feather Form collection there too. So nice little layered fit, but these are my favorite leggings of all time. I think, yeah, I've done a whole Gymshark haul, so I'll link that. But if you want to get anything from Gymshark, use code SophieReid10 because that will get you an extra discount and support me a little bit too. So if you do decide to use my code, thank you so much. It really means the world and I appreciate you more than you know. This rarely happens, but we're actually kind of ahead of schedule. I've got 40 minutes until I need to leave the house, so nice and leisurely, but we do need to refuel, so better go and do that. Especially on a super active day like this, it is so important that you are fueling properly. So ideally you want to get in some carbs and protein before and after our workouts. That's going to help you fuel and perform your best. Because I did a weight training workout in the morning, protein is especially important so that we can kickstart the muscle protein synthesis process. And then I'm about to go for another activity that's more cardio based, so I want to get in some faster digesting carbs to, number one, replenish my glycogen stores from my workout that I already did, and number two, to help fuel me for the workout ahead. And yeah, of course we're having sourdough because there's always sourdough on the go at the moment and I'm obsessed. I think the starter's grown just a little bit, but it's not quite ready to do anything with yet. New activity unlocked. Technically this is just the mode of transport to get to the next activity, but it's going to take half the time that the bus is going to take, so we're all about efficiency here. I am running late. And yeah, I do realise my helmet was super loose, but I couldn't get it tightened in the time that I needed to leave. Anyway, third activity unlocked. I'm still kind of easing back into running after injury at the moment, but what better way to do it than starting a church run club? I'll explain how that came about in a bit, but can we just take a second to appreciate these views? Look at that view. It's so cool. I look there. Is that a ruin over there?
Some castle.
It did indeed turn out to be a ruin. After googling it, I think it might be St. Anthony's Chapel. But there you go, fun little spot on a run. Wait, is that a procession of soldiers? I have no idea what was going on today, but we had to take a little detour and reroute our run because couldn't really get down that road. But then we came across some marching bands and a whole lot of people, and it was crazy. The town was buzzing today. And that was the run complete. Strava saw first, by the way, so if you want to follow me, go follow me over there, and I'll put a link in the description too. I don't know what it is, but I love a post-run shower. Something just hits different about showering post-run. I feel fresh. Also, I've not stretched yet, so I'm gonna do that now. Just realized I basically did a triathlon today. I mean, switch the swim for gym. I'm pretty sure it's a 5k for a sprint triathlon. So I did 10k bike, which was there and back. I didn't record the way back. Then I did the 5k run. And before that, obviously I did about an hour, a bit over an hour in the gym, so I was filming. Some people would think I'm crazy for having a Saturday like this, but this has been one of my favorite Saturdays so far in a long while. I just love being active. I love getting outside. I got to see friends. Yeah, only one person turned up to the run club, but it could have been 0. And it wasn't 0. I feel like with any run club or something like that, they always start small and then build momentum over time. So I'm not too bothered. It was just the 2 of us. Patrick's great. And like that being the first ever one, it went really well. I will come clean, I got lost trying to find the spot that I told people to meet at, but we got there eventually. I've been wanting to start a church run club for a long time, and a lot of people, like separate people individually, have come to me saying that it would be such a great idea and they'd love to get involved. So it's been on the cards for a while, but the main reason I wanted to do it was because community is such a big thing in run clubs, and the community in our church is so amazing as well. So it's like, let's combine the 2. We can bring friends along who don't necessarily know Jesus, chat with them, show them the love of Jesus just through community, and get in a good run. I also think that's a really good way to glorify Jesus through working out, is not just doing it on your own for your own reasons, but getting involved with the community, whether that's a run club or whether that's classes at a gym, and just being the light of Jesus in that community as well. Because the way some people approach it is just going to be very self-centered. But when you can bring in the light of Jesus, encourage them, build them up in what they're doing, that speaks for itself. You don't necessarily need to be sharing the gospel every single workout you do with them, but just showing up and reflecting Christ in your attitude or the way you approach certain situations. It goes a long way, and people notice that more than you think they notice it. So yeah, now food. We've got a long way to go with the protein goal, but water-wise, I think we're around 1.5 litres so far, so doing pretty well, which is good because it's pretty hot outside and hydration. I'm probably going to need closer to 4 litres, so maybe just a bit under halfway towards the goal. We've got some work to do. Or sourdough. Who could have guessed it? I don't usually eat this much sourdough, by the way. It's just I need to finish the loaf that I already have before finishing making the new one. I'm not complaining, it's still good. But we still need to hit our 5 a day as well today. So I had some peas, some cucumber, and then kiwi. There's a bit of a green theme going on here, but we love that. Also topped some protein pudding. I make this every single day. It's like protein lava cake, but I topped it with some frozen berries. I'm gonna count this as one fruit just for the sake of it, but technically there's more in there. And yeah, I've been watching the World Cup too. Now that Scotland's out, I might need to back France, you know? But just look at that. Look how melty it is in the middle. It's so good. I'm obsessed with this too. But I think it's time. Look at the starter. This is exactly what we want. We want those bubbles there. It's ready to go. Welcome to my parents' kitchen. We're making sourdough because I love sourdough. I think everyone should make it, and it's not actually as hard as people think it is. First of all, you're going to start by adding 330 mils of lukewarm water to your bowl. Exactly 330. Then you're going to take your active bubbly starter, which we left for around 6-7 hours. Put this on the scale because that's going to be more accurate taking it out. Then we're going to take 160 grams of that, put it in there. Ooh, so bubbly. You can tell that your starch is ready because it will start floating in the water that you've got in the bowl. Well, the scale's turned off mid-measurement, which was not ideal, so hopefully there's enough starter in there. The cool thing about sourdough is you don't need any yeast, first of all, but it's also only 3 ingredients. So you've got flour, water, and salt. That's it. So adding 500 grams of strong white bread flour to the bowl. I use wholemeal bread flour in the starter just to add a little bit more interest, a little bit more fiber. Oh, 503. Oh wow. And then we want 11 grams of salt. Nice. Mix that together. With the starter, all you would do now is just put it back in the fridge, and then when you want to use it, you add in the flour and the water like we did this morning, leave it for 6-7 hours, and you're ready to go. You just want to mix this well until it starts to come together. It actually smells really good though. Making your own sourdough always turns out a lot cheaper than buying sourdough. Good for your gut health, there's no weird ingredients, and in my opinion, it tastes better than normal bread too. Okay, so when it's fully mixed, the dough should kind of look like this, a bit rough. What we're gonna do is cover it, leave it for half an hour, then come back and we can do some stretch and folds. With your stretch and folds, we want to do 4 total sets. So you wet your hands, pull up one side of the dough, fold it over, rotate it, do the same, and do that with all 4 sides. That is literally it. So then you would just cover it, leave it for another 30 minutes, do the same, repeat that, so you do it a total of 4 times. Choke. Just kidding, but here's the water tally so far. Got a little orange in there to keep us on track with our 5 a day. For dinner, we're getting in a lot of different micronutrients. I'm actually having one of my meal preps that I made in a previous video, so I'll link that. But it is turkey chili with sweet potato fries. We've got some peppers in there, some onions in there, beans. I think beans count as a vegetable. They're a legume. I don't know. But on a busy day, meal prep like this is so convenient, so you can just shove it in the microwave, heat it up, and then it's done in less than 5 minutes and you're ready to go. Okay, we're reaching the sourdough final stages now. So I like to use rice flour to sort of dust the basket so that it doesn't stick when you put the dough in. I'll link the ones that I use along with my full sourdough recipe in the description, so you've got all the timings and things there too. But essentially you just chuck the dough on the side. You want to wet the side so it doesn't stick. Then we're going to fold it over. Then I like to do some additional folds, so I'll shape it into almost a rectangle and sort of roll it towards you. So you keep folding it over until you've got kind of a loaf shape, I guess. Then to form the sourdough into a bowl, we're going to push it away from us, then sort of pull it back towards you. So we're creating a nice amount of tension in the dough, and that's what's going to form it. And also when we're shaping it this way, we can also get more air bubbles in there too, which will make it nice and light. And yeah, turn it over, plop it in the basket. That's a weird way of describing it, but you want the seam to be on the top because that'll end up on the bottom when you bake it. And then we're going to put it in the fridge overnight. At this point, I kind of felt like I was still a bit behind on my water goals, so I had a cup of tea. And then another cup of tea, and another cup of tea. Note to self, don't drink that much hot tea on a summer evening. I'm sweating and I'm not enjoying it. The good thing is though, we definitely hit our water goal. I'm pretty sure I'm over 4 litres today. I didn't track it exactly, but I'm gonna track it while I'm editing. Here's the total water tally for today. Comment how much water you're on right now. But did we hit our protein goal? Of course we did. We smashed it. I didn't show you everything I ate today because this isn't a what I eat in a day video. I've got a whole playlist if you want to check those out. But yeah, I often, like, when I'm filming them, I forget to film what I eat because I'll just have things here and there. And yeah, it's a faff. But I do usually track everything. Also, can I just say, my meals are rarely aesthetic. Like, there'll be some days where I enjoy, like, I feel in the mood to make a little aesthetic meal, and then I'll probably post a picture of it on Instagram because it looks cute. But 99% of my meals look like a dog threw it up. Actually, no, I wouldn't go that far, but it looks like a dog could eat it. I think I'm just gonna stop. But the sourdough's in the fridge. I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow. I'm super excited. I love making sourdough so much. It's the best. One big thing I think is really helpful to think about when we're trying to steward our health and fitness well is gratitude, and just remembering to thank God for the good things he's blessed us with. Like, you are breathing right now, you are alive right now, your heart is beating right now because Jesus is allowing that to happen. When God's finished with you, that'll stop and then you'll be with him in heaven forever. That's amazing. But until that point, he's not done with you yet. And I find so much encouragement from that, because I know there's loads of things on this earth that God still wants me to do, and I know that my job's not done because I'm still here. But just taking that step back when we notice little joys in life, or when we go for a run, when we go for a workout in the gym, if you're going out for a walk, if you're in a restaurant, if you're trying some different foods, or even foods that you just always enjoy, when you notice the little things that bring you joy or the beauty in the world around you, thank God for that, because he created it for you to be able to enjoy that, and he loves to see you experiencing that joy. So we can glorify him by being intentional about thanking him for all of those good gifts that he's given us. So I hope we found some encouragement from today and some inspiration for ways you can get active this week. Let me know in the comments what activities you're doing. Are you hitting the gym? Are you cycling? Are you, I don't know, you're doing some kind of fun sport? I want to know. Drop it in the comments how you're getting active this week. And next week we'll be continuing our series on a holy glow up. So subscribe, because you do not want to miss the rest of the series. We're growing together as women of God, and I'm super excited for it. But before we go,